Hi, Alex. It's an absolute honor for me to talk to you. Thank you so much for our availability. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. Yeah, just yeah, honored to speak with you too. And yeah, thanks so much for doing the interview.
Yeah, man, that's what we're here for. Portals is an amazing album. It's the Vintage Caravan's brand new album set to be released on the 26th of September. What can you reveal to your fans about it?
Um, well, I mean, uh, it's well, I would say it's like our most diverse and definitely like like sonically like the most how do you say? I think we're taking the most amount of chances with this album than we've ever done before. Both in terms of like just how the album is set up, to everything to the cover and like the choice of songs. Yeah, it's like I think it's like it feels like it was time for us to do something a little bit different, even though it's not like drastically different, but it's like just the fact that we're not like really censoring, you know, at all what we're doing or you know. So for me, that's what this album kind of revolves around.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I agree. And personally, it's my favorite Vintage Caravan album. Uh,
awesome. Yeah,
the,
thank
the
you.
best album that you've released so far, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. And it's composed of 12 tracks with separated by five interludes, so basically 17 songs.
Hmm.
Each of those interludes represent a portal. What is the story, the concept behind all of that?
So we actually always wanted to do like these kind of like these interludes between the songs, like just thinking about like classic albums like like Dark Side of the Moon, where everything like flows into in like one song flows into the next. And the funny thing is like the whole Portals thing is just kind of a play on words because we recorded the album in Porto in Portugal. uh, yeah, so we just thought it was kind of funny that it's like it fits kind of with our theme, and then just thought it was kind of a cool way to segment up the album. But the portals themselves came together in quite like an interesting way um, because I was messing around like just on my own like without thinking about it for the band. I was like cutting up these tape loops from like random cassettes I found, like old cassettes, and and I was like making these like 10-second loops, and it would just uh, I always just thought it was sounded so cool, and then it's like I did like 40 or 50 of them, and those tape loops actually became like the basis for like all of the portals, so each portal has like a separate tape loop, and funny thing is like I kind of super random cassettes that I found. It's like one of them is in like a like a old Christian worship cassette, like worship music, and another one is like a Russian folk artist from like the 80s or something. So super random.
Yeah, and curious how it all came together. Is there any string, conceptually binding all of those the songs together?
Um, Not really, like not in terms of like lyrics, but we always kind of try to think of our albums as like a journey, and we're big fans of the album format, which I think in some styles of music is a little bit, like lost now, to make an album that's fun to listen to from beginning to end, and I think that's always been very important for us to that it's not just having good songs. We don't really think of, like, we would never put something on an album that we thought we would think is like a filler song. It's so it's all about having a cohesive um piece of music, and that really helps to have something like to connect the songs, I feel. So yeah, but it worked out better than I hoped, actually. So
Yeah, and in the you still do that thing where an album is more than just a collection of songs, and
Hmm.
Portals really is a great example of that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, you always said that this album was recorded in Porto in other recorders.
Hmm.
What motivated you to record it in here?
Um, well, it's like because like okay, in Iceland there is like a thing like there's a lot of cool studios here, but Iceland is quite expensive to begin with, and because the country is so small, like equipment maintenance is like very hard to do, you know. So yeah, most of the studios here don't have like fully functioning equipment. Um, but so I always thought like, maybe it could be cheaper and easier to just go to a country where like prices of things are like drastically lower. So I was looking for studios, and then I ended up like I found one in Poland, one in Germany, and one in Portugal. And the thing is like just the the art the recorders like both because of the location and just like the studio itself, it just looked the coolest and most fun. And we've been like multiple times to Porto, and we just love the city. So uh, it was like a no-brainer, really. Like and oh, we were so lucky with like the staff there is so amazing, like such nice people, and just like all the equipment works, and nothing was a hassle. It was really like a very low maintenance session, you know.
Yeah, and so how was the recording process? Everything went smoothly?
Yeah, it did, and um, like yeah, we decided to do like this time a little bit differently, where we had like all the amps in the room next to the drum kit and everything. So like the room was super loud, but um, yeah, but we managed to make it work, and like ultimately, I think it sounds like it has the most resemblance to our like sound live, you know. So yeah, so actually like was super fun to do, and just like yeah, trying um to really like just capture the energy, um yeah, but yeah, it was pretty awesome actually.
Yeah, yeah, and you can listen to the room because you also recorded live. And that's great
Hmm.
to do, and you get that feeling when you listen to the record, I think.
Also, yeah, it's like we always recorded live before, but never like we always put like amps in like a booth or some
Mm.
place, and then it's like you're missing things when you do that. You're like when you're like I think definitely we learned, and I learned that you don't really have to be that afraid of things bleeding between together. I mean, that's just what music sounds like.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And you also decided to record on tape this time. Why did you decide
Mm.
to do that?
That's just always been a dream of ours, and luckily we got this. We were able to go into this setup where we could like dump like simultaneously onto Pro Tools. So it's like goes straight from the output of the tape machine onto Pro Tools. So um, uh, so basically, yeah, we got the sonic essence of the tape, but then we could like do we could like put everything together in Pro Tools, and that was like kind of the best of both worlds, really. And I think it really like made the especially with recording everything in the same room, it made it like yeah, it's just like it glues stuff together, really. The tape.
Yeah, and so it is an experience to try again in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and maybe who knows? Maybe we'll go back to Porto to record sometime again.
Yeah, I mean, and that
Mm.
that would be great as well.
Mm.
Philosopher is the album opener, and it's as the collaboration of Michael Hackerfeld from Opeth. How did
Hmm.
that partnership appear?
So well, we did some tours with Opeth, and it was really like yeah, it was just super awesome for us, and we made great friends with the guys from Opeth, and then we just wanted to like we wanted to get somebody to guest on the album. Like we never really did that too much, you know. And and Michael's name came up, and then it was just like um, after after hearing like I couldn't unhear it in my head, you know, like him singing the verses from that song, and I was just like, that would be, you know, it would just be so awesome, really. So and luckily he was cool about it, and you know, just did it, and sounded amazing. So uh, just lucky to have yeah, that it actually was able to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And apart from that song,
Mm-hmm.
Days Go By, is one of
Mm-hmm.
my personal favorite songs of the album.
Mm-hmm.
What was the process behind that song?
Um, well, funny, that's like one of my songs actually.
Yeah, yeah.
And and that was just it was weird. Like I kind of like I wrote it, and then I kind of just threw it away. I was just like, nah, I don't know about it. Like, and then I showed it to the guys, and they were like, yes, holy shit, awesome, you know. And I was like, really? Okay. Then even when we had done the full version, I was like, you know, it came. We were talking about maybe releasing it as a single, you know,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, really? But I mean, I like the song, but I don't know. Maybe I had some kind of weird association with it. Like sometimes you have like an emotional connection, like maybe I just had a shit day when I wrote it, and then I was just like, yeah, this fucking sucks. Like fuck this, you know. But yeah, I was like I came to be able to appreciate it better now, actually. So, um, but it was super fun to do because it's insanely hard to play. Um,
But yeah,
uh, yeah, also because we were all like singing a lot in the song, like there's a lot of backing vocals. So we've been trying to do a live version of it for for a few weeks, and we're getting closer, but it definitely takes time.
yeah, but you should
Yeah.
definitely play it live because it's one of the best
Mm.
tracks on the album, and it's really really
Oh,
great.
thank you. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely will for sure. It's just yeah, you know, you have to think three things at the same time, and gets a bit hard.
Yeah, yeah, I bet.
Mm.
Riot is was inspired by some personal events that you lived while you were touring through England.
Hmm.
How did that song, come into place, and how did the experience turn into the song?
Um, well, actually, that was during a tour which I actually did not go on personally. So
Ah,
I
okay,
had like a little
sorry.
bit of a no worries. But I had like a bit of a health crisis last year, and had to, unfortunately, like for the first time ever, I had to bow out for some gigs. But apparently, yeah, the boys were in some kind of a bad neighborhood in a bad city, and like somebody casually like from the venue was like, oh hey, you know, yeah, take care tonight, there might be some riots out here, you know. And the guys were like, what? Are you joking? Like, is that just like a casual thing, like, oh yeah, just some riots, you know? So yeah, that was based on that experience.
Yeah, and
um
on the other hand, tracks like Alone show a much more sentimental and personal side of the Vintage Caravan. How do
mm.
you balance all of that? So those tracks that sound more personal with those other tracks that somehow aren't.
I think yeah, it's just like it's all about like letting the track be what it's like needs to be, rather than trying to like, you know, in the past, you know, we'd sometimes be afraid like, oh, maybe this is a little bit too soft, or this is a little bit too corny or something, I don't know, like, and and then you try to change those songs, and then they just become worse because you're trying to like effectively you're trying to censor what you are saying based on what you think other people want to hear. And the thing is, like, people just want to hear true stuff, you know. It's like people want to hear honest stuff, and if you're self-censoring like that, you just it doesn't like you can feel it like. So for the last, especially for the last two albums, it's been really important to us to just, you know, just to let it be what it is, you know. And if it has to be personal and it has to be sad or whatever, that's totally fine, you know. I mean, I listen to mostly sad music anyways, you know, so
Yeah, we all do.
yeah. Totally.
Um, Regarding your touring plans, what do you have planned right now? And is Portugal included there?
Um, I no, I actually think it's not included, and I'm very, very sorry about that. But like not on this European tour that we're going on, but we are in the process of booking and hopefully announcing pretty soon a tour that will happen next year, which will include countries like more shows in like Spain, Portugal, France, you know, Poland, like Eastern Europe and stuff, you know. So we're definitely not going to not go there on our on this album cycle, you know. So just stay tuned for sure.
Yeah, and it would be great to have you here, to watch your show, to talk to you personally. So if the
Mm.
chance comes, don't waste it.
No, no, totally, man. Yeah, we love Portugal, so we're definitely always coming back, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, Alex, I think that's it. Thank you so much. Would you like to send any message to your Portuguese fans?
Yeah, just yeah, we appreciate all of you, and we love coming to your country, and we love the food, love the people, love the vibe. You know, it's just like a one of those. It's actually one of those countries, like because you know we visit a lot of countries, and it's one of those places where it's like maybe I could live here. I mean, I could see this, you know. And I don't say that lightly. So yeah, so I hope we're coming back as soon as possible. And yeah, check out our new album.